full up. Mama, I got what you need if you need to fill it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a hug if you're in the getting it. You can find me in the club, full up. Mama, I got what you need if you need to fill it. I'm in the habit, I ain't in the make it. So come give me a
What's happening? What's happening? Hey! Hey! Little John! Little John! Pick your meat! What's up, bro? Let's go! What's up, Sean Paul? Let's go! Hey! Now, ladies and gentlemen, about that time. Turn this thing on now. Now, let me see everybody do this. Hey! Let's go! Michael! But do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but then you rock with it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Don't drop with it. Do a step with it. Put your hips with it. All my ladies, let me see you put a twist with it. You can't do it like me. I'm by myself. I do it so good. I don't need nobody else. What's happening? What's up? Got that fired up. What's happening? What's up? Got that in my cup. Let's go now. I can't think. I'm too slow. Don't know how the hell I'm getting home. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it. Let's go. Hey, straight from the back, posted in the act. Got to hit the club, we've been mobbing all day. On some Jono, VIP stats. Look around the
before the head explodes. 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 Just like the Pied Piper, led rats through the streets. We dance like marionettes, swaying through the symphony. Just like the Pied Piper, led rats through the streets. We dance like marionettes, swaying through the symphony. Swaying through the symphony of the sun.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Cole now on to punt, and he sends this one away. Big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like Central Cast and Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and threw for nearly 30 touchdown passes.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. J.K. Dobbins with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raiders offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. This defense for the Broncos, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in, and run the ball?
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he doing with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
You look at this Raiders defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They're picking up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, it totally was. I thought they'd double it back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's when one NFL coach turned his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield, and allow the play to be successful.
They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 81 yards.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Another Las Vegas first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Genty. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 19.
They'll go again with Genty. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Second and goal from the 1. Genty looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's third and goal at the 1. They were held out last time. Here now is third and goal from the 1. Now Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Nifty move. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. But it'll be second down. You look at this Raiders defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the sneak, it's Nix. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Here's Smith to return it. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And slow going there as they'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second down and 8. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now 3rd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Looking middle, and that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. At the Raiders.
Here's Nix. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. $50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll go again with Dobbins. A good move. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 85 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Dobbins will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He had the touchdown reception earlier, and we show you the NFL leaders in that category for running backs, and he's right there amongst the league's best. Short throw caught by Bowers. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. A run out of the gun with Jeanty. He's got it to the 43 here. The Raiders at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A give out of the gun to Jeanty. And he stopped immediately there. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
60 Maverick.
Now Richardson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in his first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he's taken down inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13 and the decision to go for it. Looks like a smart one. On first down, it's Jeanty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's Drew Sanders who diagnosed that play and stopped him short of the line. Richardson. Now he'll tuck this and run. Little short pass here to Hill. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. 70 Rangers. Let's go.
Richardson looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the give, Jeanty. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Over the middle, incomplete. That's Sutton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Well, carry here for the big tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw, here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
But there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt.
Crawshaw in punt formation for the Broncos.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help. And I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score. And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
A gain of 2.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Richardson, shotgun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing Nix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5. To throw is Nix. Open man, and again it's Sutton. So the completion good for just 3. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Broncos first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now it's Nix. It's Dobbins on the out route, bringing it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
On play action, here's Nix. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Eric Stokes on the coverage.
Nix to the air. And he is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28.
A gain of 10 yards.
Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Max Crosby in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So that PI call will give them one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
19 sight. Ready?
A final shot before the half. Richardson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty as time expires in the first half. And the Raiders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Sheds off the tackle. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Nix will get that complete to Franklin. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Second and 2 at the 25-yard line.
Off the play fake. Nix. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Room here to run. And all the way down to the 29. 135 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Second down and 4. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix, a 23-yard run. And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tough there, good pass, hit the hands, he just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Once again, it's Jeanty. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Offense.
All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
Let's go. 65. Go.
Now Richardson back to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Jeanty. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3rd and 4. Here's Richardson to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Las Vegas.
Now a handoff to Jeanty. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Take Bigsby, a 23-yard run. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
The Raiders will line up for the
6 the Eagles.
Richardson will throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Broncos coming out now. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's Nix. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Broncos have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. That's good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 42 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries in the ballgame. Now it's Richardson. They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And out of bounds all the way down in the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Anthony Richardson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have answered back with a 3rd-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you score once, you feel like you can go.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Dobbins running out of the gun. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Nix over the middle, gets it to Bryant. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Ready.
On the sneak, it's Nix. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Cowboy 80.
Richardson looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Shifts past him at the 45.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Throwing Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
To number 1, Evan Ingram. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's returnable now for Smith. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Richardson. That's right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Okay, so they'll march backwards on the penalty there.
I don't know about you, partner. I thought that was maybe a little bit of a ticky-tack type of a call. Was that a clear block in the back when he got his man off balance? I thought that was a tough one.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
He was brought down at the 26. Brings up second down.
Now it's Nix. Open man is the tight end Troutman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. On the sneak, it's Nix. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken in at the 11. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go, here we go. Panther Street, Panther Street.
The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Play action. Now Richardson. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Richardson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Richardson to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Here's Richardson. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 41-yard line.
First down.
Richardson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Richardson. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
Nix to the air. Complete to Bryant. And he's out of bounds, so give him about 9 as that stops the clock. Here's second and a yard.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
Nick's going to keep
and a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Ready?
They'll look to throw now on first down.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Intended for Matt Bryant. Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's second down.
Ready?
Working out of the gun is Nix.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. They'll spot it at the 40. It's a 50-yard kick for the win. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, the way their last drive ended, boy, was frustrating. They had it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice game.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So the Raiders are going to get the football first here in the overtime session as we are back underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle.
And they have fought hard to reach this point. They've got the ball first. Remember, though, even if they score, it would quiet this crowd, but it doesn't end the game. But a chance to put a solid drive together here and at least get 3 and hopefully for them a touchdown.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Richardson dials up the first throw of overtime. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. An incompletion as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. 60 Bobcats.
And Richardson back to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's A.J. Cole now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Broncos about set to go on offense. But their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really old school guys. They're like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
3rd and 8.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here's Nix. Open man is Bryant. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a Broncos first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw. Nix.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line.
Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10.
Nix from the shotgun. A short one to the tight end, Troutman.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Hey, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because...
What's happening?